get some things done today. I've got some emails that I haven't opened in a long time from RAM, R-A-M. R-A-M. Our friends at Retire Abroad magazines. So I'll be talking about that in a little bit. Memories of Cuenca are starting to come back. I finally got it after, let's see, Thursday, Friday, 2 days. I finally got it to be somewhat, the temperature somewhat even on the shower. Like it's hot and then it's cold, then it's hot, then it's cold. It's these californs. That's why they never really gained popularity in the States. Got it to an acceptable level. They're all like that. It was like that at our house here in Cuenca. Expats ask us how come the water's not even, because it's not an electric water heater. The electric water heater in the States is not as efficient as far as consumption, financially speaking, because it's on 24 hours. This thing's only on when you're using it, when you're in the shower. But it's even temperature, the electric water heater. Anyway. Not opened a RAM email, RAM, Retire Abroad magazine email in a while, and I was just browsing through a couple of them, and it just occurred to me how nothing changes with those emails. They have, here's something that happened to me when I was a child going to school in southern Italy. They had this whole class. Will you allow me to tell you a short story, please? It's short. A whole class called Anthology. Now, what that was is poems. They gave us, the book was this thick, and it was all poems, and we had to, our homework almost every night was memorizing poems. And, it's to be expected from a country that gives you Romeo and Juliet, which, by the way, I'm told these balconies right here are called Juliet balconies. So they have similar. And so it just makes me think about those days as a young boy studying all those poems in Italian school. And to this day I write my wife poems. I'm not a poem writer, but I've written a half a dozen or a dozen poems to my wife during our 33-year marriage. And this way, hon. Reading these RAM emails, RAM, Retire Abroad magazine, it occurs to me that every sentence is like prose. It's like every sentence flows into the next sentence, every line flows into the next line. Beautiful prose and just really pleasant, eloquent writing that makes everything just feel like you're on Juliet's balcony, and you're just being romanticized all the time. And of course, this month it's a new place, but Cuenca's the same, except for it's got way more restaurants than it ever had before, way more options than before, and fortunately enough it still accommodates the pricing structure, so we're real happy about that. That was a really fantastic almuerzo, by the way. The chicken was good.
The service was very good.
The service was
$2.50.
the service. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Excellent service.
Yeah.
That's how good it was. He accommodated everything we wanted.
So the verbiage just rolls out like this romantic prose, like back in anthology class, and it just sweeps you off your feet like Romeo off of the Juliet balcony. You're on there on the Juliet balcony.
Oh, the Juliet balcony.
Yeah, those are a little bit big. Normally they're half that size, but anyway. And it's like no matter what is being discussed in these emails, they're all like this. And it just makes me think about is it love or is it love or is it infatuation? The infatuation stage, that's where it's at. It's when you're still at home. The infatuation stage, the love affair is when you get down here, when you first get down here. But real love sticks. 33 years. Today, 33 years. Love is enduring and it lasts. And so, remember when you read this prose, you're being swept off your feet. And a lot of people will be. They're never going to come down and change the infatuation into the love affair, and then it'll all disappear into a crash. We're glad to be here. I'm enjoying it. Take what you like, leave the rest.
We love Cuenca.
I still love Cuenca. There is so much to like about Cuenca. I'm just, like I said, I'm just sorry I can't live here. And I'm not saying that in such a way to say, oh, this is the best place in the world. I didn't mean it that way. I just meant that.
Salinas, this weather.
I love the weather in Salinas, but not in high season. It's too hot. The rest of the year is okay. The 3 flights of steps. It's 3 flights of steps to the kitchen, 3 flights down, 3 flights up. It's the thin air. It's not the steps. The steps are not a problem. It's the thin air. Is it love or infatuation? Cuenca, Ecuador. Love or infatuation? If you're taking a taxi, we took a taxi today from downtown to Coral Central in Las Americas, and the traffic was higher than. That's one thing I've noticed besides the difference in how many restaurants. There's way more traffic than there's ever been in Cuenca. And it spelled into a higher taxi fare. It was $3.25. Now before you fall off your seat, I'm saying this not because I'm complaining about $3.25. That is higher. Usually it's about $2.50. But I'm just saying that if you're taking taxis several times a day, your transportation expense can quickly go to $300 a month here. My transportation expense in North America was just for the gas and the maintenance because I had old vehicles, and that was around $300 a month. So it would be the same. Whereas what I love about Cuenca is that I walk everywhere and then jump on a bus for 25 cents. So that's one of the things I still love about Cuenca.